Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. We're inching closer to WrestleMania 41, and Triple H's creative offerings on weekly TV haven't gone down well with Vince Russo. In addition to advancing stories in promo segments, WWE has been presenting quite a few long matches. Raw had a big title match between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria this week, and Vince Russo wasn't too hyped about the showdown either. The former WWE writer, however, delved deeper into Triple H's ideology and noted how it was the wrong approach when dealing with episodic television. While speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, Russo recalled his final days in the WWE and how he still maintained a format that ensured angles were set up for next week. Vince said fans didn't care about watching matches and seeing pinfalls, as the storytelling was what mattered. Vince Russo mentioned Triple H's preferences and said the game was a traditional booker who relied on lengthy matches. Vince Russo had seen fans wax lyrical about Bayley's most recent match on Raw, but stressed he had no interest in seeing her or other stars wrestle more, as he'd already witnessed that 1,000 times. Every wrestling head booker has their style, and it seems like Triple H's methods aren't entirely focused on pushing narratives forward in WWE. A journalist who has been a featured writer for Sportskeeda since 2015 and a wrestling fan for as long as he can remember. He has written nearly 6,000 articles, including news, features, and listicles that have amassed over 170 million views. You can find more of his work in the following ed. As WWE WrestleMania 41 approaches, fans and experts alike are beginning to scrutinize the intricate, sometimes controversial, booking decisions that have unfolded under the watchful eye of Triple H. The cerebral assassin has enjoyed a legendary career as both a wrestler and an executive in WWE, but as the creative head of the company, his strategies have faced mounting criticism. A recent exclusive from a well-known, outspoken expert in professional wrestling has cast a revealing light on some of the flaws in Triple H's booking decisions. The expert claims that the choices leading into WrestleMania 41, in particular, showcase an unsettling trend in WWE's storytelling that could have major repercussions for both the product's future and the company's credibility. When Triple H officially took over as WWE's head of creative in 2022, many fans were excited about the potential changes he would bring to the product. His reputation as a mastermind in the ring and his experience in NXT, where he'd helped elevate countless stars, set high expectations. Under his leadership, there was a clear shift in tone as WWE moved away from Vince McMahon's more corporate, polished approach to storytelling and embraced a somewhat edgier, more unpredictable narrative style. This move was initially met with widespread acclaim, as familiar faces like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins were given more compelling storylines, while younger talent like Austin Theory and Bron Breakker started getting the attention they deserved. Many assumed that Triple H would push forward with a vision that would restore the excitement to the product. However, as WWE continues to move forward, and with WrestleMania 41 on the horizon, cracks in the facade of Triple H's creative direction are starting to show. The outspoken expert, who has made a name for themselves in the wrestling world through candid commentary, has pointed out a few recurring issues that seem to be affecting WWE's long-term trajectory. In an exclusive interview, the expert discussed several key aspects of Triple H's booking that, according to them, are detrimental to the current state of the product. One of the most significant issues discussed was Triple H's inconsistent storytelling and his penchant for pushing certain talent at the expense of others who arguably deserve more spotlight. One of the biggest criticisms leveled against Triple H's booking strategy is his apparent favoritism towards certain superstars. While the development of stars like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes has been handled with care, other top-level talents like Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Bray Wyatt have found themselves stuck in limbo. These performers have not been able to reach the next level in terms of storyline development, despite having all the tools to be main event stars. The expert highlighted that while Roman Reigns has had an impressive reign as Universal Champion, Triple H's failure to build credible challenges for Reigns and properly capitalize on other emerging stars has led to a stagnation in the mid-card. This has created a scenario where only a select few wrestlers, such as Reigns, Rollins, and Rhodes, have been positioned as top draws, leaving the rest of the roster scrambling for airtime. The expert also expressed concern over the lack of sustained character development for talent who could potentially fill the void left behind by legends like John Cena, The Rock, and even Triple H himself. They argue that the booking of talent like Bray Wyatt, who returned with great fanfare, has been flawed and uneven, leaving fans disillusioned. This mismatch between potential and booking has reportedly contributed to a lack of excitement in the build-up to the biggest event of the year. Another point of contention that the expert brought to light was the clash between the developmental NXT style of storytelling and the more traditional approach needed for the main roster. Under Triple H's guidance, NXT became known for its high-quality matches, intricate storylines, and deeper character development. However, once stars transitioned to the main roster, many found themselves caught in a different environment, one that did not always allow for the same creative freedom they experienced in NXT. While Triple H made an effort to incorporate some of his NXT ideals into the main roster, the shift from developmental to the big leagues proved to be a challenge for some performers. The expert pointed out that this has led to confusion and inconsistent storytelling for both the superstars and the audience. While NXT was a platform that focused on slow-burning storylines and character arcs that could evolve over time, the main roster demands quicker turnarounds and more dramatic shifts. For example, when a wrestler like Karrion Kross made his main roster debut, there were high expectations due to his dominance in NXT. However, his arrival was met with mixed reactions as he was hastily booked into storylines that didn't give him the time to develop his character fully, leaving fans unimpressed and disconnected from his story. The expert emphasized that this type of rushed booking could hurt not just Kross, but other NXT call-ups in the future. Perhaps the most glaring flaw in Triple H's booking strategy is the continued reliance on Roman Reigns as the undisputed top star in WWE. While Reigns' extended run as champion has been a highlight of WWE's recent history, the expert believes that Triple H's obsession with Reigns has caused WWE's roster to suffer. The decision to keep Reigns as champion for such a long period has resulted in a lack of credible challenges, leaving fans to wonder when the reign will ever end and who could possibly take the title from him. The expert argues that Triple H's failure to establish a clear contender to Reigns' throne, other than Cody Rhodes, has severely limited WWE's ability to create fresh, exciting matchups for the biggest stage of the year, WrestleMania 41. Instead of building a legitimate challenger, WWE has opted for rematches, which may diminish the excitement for a title change when it finally happens. The anticipation of a new champion is beginning to feel like a stale promise with no end in sight. With WrestleMania 41 rapidly approaching, WWE stands at a critical juncture. Triple H's booking strategy, once hailed as a potential savior for WWE, now faces heavy scrutiny. The reliance on a select few stars, the inconsistent development of others, and the clash between NXT and main roster styles are all contributing factors to the perception that WWE is struggling to maintain its creative edge. The upcoming WrestleMania may be a pivotal moment for Triple H, as he must prove that he can deliver on the high expectations that he himself helped set. Whether WWE can course correct before WrestleMania, or if the flaws in Triple H's booking will continue to haunt the product, is still to be seen. One thing is clear, however: the pressure is mounting for the former champion to reclaim the magic that once made him one of the most respected minds in professional wrestling.